Just because things may not seem perfect at this time in your life, my gorgeous Leonie, that doesn't mean that the biggest transformation of your entire life is about to take place, because it is going to. And this is what you need to understand. When it comes to numerology, your number is 0708. And this means that this month, okay, the month of August 2024, it is probably going to be the most remarkable month this year, because you are indeed going to run into a little problem. When I say that you are going to run into this problem is in itself going to become one of the biggest blessings you've had, because this particular problem you are going to run into at around the mid of August 2024, it's most certainly going to also, put you in such a mode, sorry, where you are indeed going to become absolutely, oh my God, ready to change your life. And this in itself, it's going to lead towards you doing something you would never do normally, like making a certain step, making a certain move. And this in itself, it's going to lead towards the biggest breakthrough in your entire life. My gorgeous Leonie, all I can say to you that by the end of this month of August, you are indeed going to have so much to look forward to. And you are also, on another hand, gonna be so glad and so pleased because of the very problems you've had. Those very problems you were dealing with were really difficult, but if you did not have these problems, you would never reach such a sacred stage of your entire spiritual journey. The month of August, it's gonna be mind-blowing, and then September, you will, I know I'm going into September right now, but September 2024, it's gonna be ridiculously connected to the month of August. So a lot of things are going to start within the month of August, but then the month of September, it's going to be the time where you are, going to pretty much so gonna make a like really important decision. And this particular decision, it's really gonna lead towards like something absolutely magnificent. All I can say to you, you are going to be one big giant step closer towards your dreams by the end of August. Indeed. For example, look at the very 1st of August. On the very 1st of August, my gorgeous Leonie, you are going to have such a nice surprise. This particular surprise it's gonna be really personal to you, like really personal, because it couldn't have happened at a better time. You did not expect this surprise whatsoever, because it's to do with something that has been making you feel really nervous lately. And I suppose when it comes to this particular surprise, the outcome you were expecting, well, was like kind of completely different to what it's actually going to be on the 1st of August. So this in itself, it's going to be such a lovely surprise, and absolutely, I mean, an excellent way to start the month of August. This in itself, it's going to be so personal to you. You are going to elevate instantly when you become aware of this surprise. And this in itself, it's like pretty much so a lot to do with you realizing how smart you are, how clever you are, and how clever you've been actually, because immediately you are going to be thinking about the specific situation in your past when you made like a certain decision, and you were like kind of really worried about that particular decision, but something within you was really really guiding you. Something within you was really, really pushing you forward. You were following your intuition, my gorgeous Leonie. That's right. And that's why you are going to have such a lovely surprise here. Indeed, this is why you're going to realize, oh my God, how clever you are and how clever you were actually in order to, to kind of like have an outcome like this. Indeed. So now this in itself on the very 1st of August, it's right straight away going to put such a big smile on your face, because immediately, and I mean this, like immediately, you will go into this planning mode when it comes to your future. And this is when we really become so powerful. We are like guided with our own passion. Our own passion is guiding us. When our own passion is guiding us, we cannot do wrong whatsoever. We make the most out of this life when we allow our passion to guide us. And it doesn't matter what this passion is, because this passion is written very deep within your destiny. It's exactly how it's meant to be. And it doesn't matter what this passion is, and it doesn't matter what we are passionate about, okay? So, the 1st of August, it's going to be such a gorgeous start for you. Indeed. By the time you get to by the time you get to the 4th of August, this is what you need to pay attention to. On the 4th of August, this is rather important. You are going to realize that you are going to need to be a little bit careful about your money, and you're going to realize that you're going to need to be careful about your finances, because it's a lot to do with you. This is all part of this preparation for what's to come. This is all very much so connected to the very 1st of August, indeed, and like a really major plan you've had for a while. So it's not just like, oh yeah, I need to save the money because, I need to save the money, I need to be smart. Of course, yeah. But no, baby, no. This is more about you looking at the bigger picture and realizing that you are going to need to be maybe careful with the money for a while in order to kind of achieve what you want to achieve. Just remember that there is this specific plan which is going to be on your mind on the 4th of August, 2024. And having said that, my gorgeous Leonie, this in itself is gonna be kind of pretty obvious to you here on the 4th of August. Like, which boundaries do you need to set? Okay, it's just about setting the boundaries, which are gonna be absolutely obvious to you here indeed. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's gonna be on the 5th of August, on the 5th and the 6th of August, sorry. Both 5th and the 6th of August are going to be quite important, because within these 2 days you are going to discover something so amazing. You are going to discover something for the first time in your life. You are going to feel so passionate about trying something, about exploring something, but you will know when it comes to you trying this and exploring this. I know it sounds really complicated, but you will know when it comes to you exploring this, and like kind of like trying this out, whatever this is going to be. It's important for you to understand that this is something you need to take on. Like, oh my God, this is so important. And it's also like you will instantly know two things. You will instantly know that this is not going to work out for you unless you fully commit yourself to it. And number two, you will know that there is some kind of a great risk which is going to come with it. Well, you also gonna know, thank God, that if you take this on within the next few days, there is something additional which is going to happen, a certain news you're going to have. And you will also know indeed that if you take this on, that you are going to move on with your life. and you are, thank God, going to take this very, very seriously, because this is going to play a huge element when it comes to you moving on with your life. But you're only going to realize this to its full extent within the next few days after that moment in time when you do get an important news. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. Whatever this is, my gorgeous Leonie, my advice is to like literally take this very, very seriously, because it's not only about you moving on with your life, but it's about you making your life so much better, making your life so much more meaningful. There were so many things that were on your mind that were stressing you out within the last few months, and maybe you didn't even realize, but you were like kind of unhappy with certain elements of your lifestyle. And this is your chance, my gorgeous Leonie, to actually do something about it. So this is why you need to take this very, very seriously. Indeed, okay. So now the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 9th of August. On the 9th of August, you know, you are going to have such a nice reward. This reward that you are going to have, you are going to feel really, really like good about, because also on another hand, this particular reward is like kind of going to really make you feel, you know, it's also going to make you feel really good about yourself. This is going to be like an important achievement for you, but at the same time, this reward, it's really going to open your eyes, baby. It's going to open your eyes, and you're going to kind of get a flavor of how much your life it's actually going to start changing after this point. This is also going to open your eyes towards other things you're going to start becoming interested in when it comes to your life in general. Just pay attention to which ideas you're going to have, which ideas are going to suddenly going to be on your mind. You're really going to surprise yourself. But this in itself, my gorgeous Leonie, it's a really sacred sign of changes. You're changing, you're evolving onto the next level of your spiritual journey. Absolutely brilliant indeed. These ideas that you are going to have, again, I really suggest you, my gorgeous Leonie, to take very, very seriously indeed. Okay? And so the next date that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be on the 10th. Oh my God, something really bad is going to happen. I'm joking. Did you really think that I'm going to forget this, my gorgeous Leonie? Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, my gorgeous Leonie. Happy birthday. I hope you make the most of it. I mean, one of the reasons why you want to feel so powerful throughout this month, it's purely because this indeed is your time. You have to be as optimistic as you possibly can throughout this month, my gorgeous Leonie. You have to be as optimistic as you can. The more optimistic you are, and the more you focus on your ideas, the more you focus on those wonderful things you're going to realize and discover, you know, the more you are going to attract those things into your life, which is normally the case, which is always like that. But especially when it's the time at around your birthday, my gorgeous Leonie, we become that much, we become more powerful to attract things into our lives that we kind of through this energy that we create ourselves. So if you're really down and negative, you're gonna kind of like really bring more of those things into your life. I'm sorry, but it's true. And if you are more kind of happy and optimistic, the more of those things, like in a major, and I mean in a major way, you're going to attract into your life. So literally, you need to make the most of it, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. So the 10th of August, it's that the next important date. On the 10th of August, okay, seriously, someone is gonna like kind of disappoint you a little bit. It's to do with a specific person who is going to disappoint you, and you're gonna feel like, oh God, a little bit angry and a little bit like kind of stressed about this particular person disappointing you. And I know that you're gonna feel like a little bit like kind of, oh God, you're gonna feel like you want to go somewhere and do something immediately. And then wherever you go, whatever you do, something really crazy, it's going to happen. Something really unexpected, it's going to happen. And there is no other way of saying this, because somebody is going to disappoint you on this particular day. You're going to feel very strongly to go somewhere, to do something. I don't know. It's very hard to say what this is exactly going to be. But you doing this, you would never otherwise do this, for example. And then something really crazy is going to happen, but really good. You are going to do something, and what are you gonna do? It's like, oh my God, gonna be completely out of character, but this is so needed, but you will not know this yet. So you're gonna do something, and you are going to end up like kind of something is going to happen to you, something really crazy but really good. And there is somebody really loyal to you also somehow going to be connected to this particular situation, somebody loyal to you, and something really crazy but good. As I said, it's going to happen, and you are going to realize some kind of mind-blowing possibility for you. But that possibility hasn't got anything to do with what that person has disappointed you about, or anything to do with this person whatsoever. But you will realize how crazy this is actually going to end up for you, because you are going to become aware of some kind of possibility because of that. And that possibility you are going to become aware of, it's instantly going to make you feel so happy and so excited. And let me tell you something, that in itself is the beginning of such an unexpected, mind-blowing adventure in your life. Absolutely brilliant. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 12th of August. The next important date is going to be on the 12th of August. On the 12th of August, you are really going to realize, like there is no tomorrow, that there is something really specific you are going to need to sacrifice. On the 12th of August, there is an important sacrifice you are going to need to make. The quicker you make this sacrifice, the quicker you will be able to do what you want to do, because there is a particular move or step. There is something really specific you will want to do on the 12th of August. But then and this is gonna be so big for you. Maybe I should have started like this. On the 12th of August, there will be something so big, so important for you to do, a certain step. There is something specific you will need to do. You will need to do this. But then you're gonna realize, I'm not gonna be able to do this until I make this sacrifice. And trust me, just like about 10 days after that, you are going to have a huge reason for celebration. Not only you are going to realize, you're going to have a confirmation that you did the right thing, but you're also going to have such a lovely little surprising opportunity as well. Like, oh my God. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 15th of August. On the 15th of August, you are going to, again, be so happy. You're going to be so happy, because it's very interesting how on the 12th of August you are going to have a sacrifice, but on the 15th of August you are going to really become aware of this terrible restriction, another restriction My gorgeous Leonie, I've seen few restrictions when it comes to you, and I'm so glad that these restrictions slowly but surely are coming to an end. So on the 15th of August, you will be able to realize exactly this really bad restriction. Something is restricting you to the point where you cannot allow this to go on anymore or whatsoever. First of all, you're going to need to change the way you look at things. You must not allow this restriction to keep on sucking your energy, keep on draining your energy, because this indeed is something that has been going on in your life for a while. Okay, this is important. This is important. Okay, so it's a lot to do with, your mind, and you're looking at this from a different angle. Although I did say that you're going to become aware of this restriction, and thank God that there is some kind of a very, very successful compromise you're going to make. And this particular restriction will go away. This particular restriction is going to be lifted. And yet again, you are going to be so, so, so happy here, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. But as soon as you become aware of this restriction, just remember on the 15th of August that there is a compromise that you are going to make, and this is going to work out for you absolutely brilliantly. Okay, this is, oh my God, this is also going to be a really important day. So the bottom line is that on the 15th of August, some kind of a dark energy, it's about to be lifted. Some kind of a heavy dark energy, it's about to be lifted. Bless your heart. And that's the bottom line here, indeed. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, the next important date, it's going to be on the 20th of August. On the 20th of August, you know that you are really going to see somebody. It's still on. Thank you, God. On the 20th of August, you are going to see somebody who's going to remind you of your past, or somebody is going to get in touch with you who is going to remind you of your past. Or maybe you're going to look at some kind of a photo, and you're just going to become from a long time ago, and you're going to become really nostalgic. But it's more about you kind of thinking about certain aspects from your past, from a very long time ago. I can see you being quite nostalgic, but I can also see you having this aha moment, like, oh my God, somehow, my God, there is so much to this. It's not just about you, oh yeah, being nostalgic. No, baby, no. This is a very spiritual month. So this in itself, it's having its own meaning. So you are going to really, through your past, somehow you will be thinking about your past, and somehow you're going to realize, you know what? Like, you will be able to realize where you've changed and how you've changed, and what are you going to realize you're not necessarily going to like. But that's really important here, because all that is going to lead towards you becoming really brave and understanding that which element and which aspects of your life you need to come out of. Which aspects of your life have been kind of putting you in this position where you felt like you are in self-imposed prison, and that on another hand has been preventing you to come out of your comfort zone. So here you're also, my gorgeous Leonie, not only going to realize this, but you're also going to realize exactly, like, kind of what do you need to do, like, and what has this stage of your life, this that you were going through, where you have felt like you were in like a self-imposed prison, what has this actually preventing you from doing? So this is what you're going to be reminded of. So the next few days after that moment in time, it's are going to be absolutely crucial, because you are going to find yourself on this really, really unusual crossroads. And this in itself is going to play a huge role when it comes to you choosing a path you would normally never choose, my gorgeous Leonie. And this is going to be a clear sign and a clear indication that you have indeed come out of your comfort zone. So important, my God. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's gonna be on the 22nd of August. On the 22nd of August, there is this really kind of there is this special, very beautiful person in your life. Very beautiful person in your life, somebody who you can trust to, somebody who's like one of the major people in your life. It's really kind of that person is gonna point out something to you. It's somebody very clever, somebody very intelligent. I'm not saying you're not clever or you're not intelligent. My God, complete opposite. You are very intelligent yourself, and you're also very spiritually intelligent. Don't get me wrong, but it's somebody who is like very clever and very intelligent, and that particular person is in your life. And you know who that is. Maybe it's your family member, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's one of your best friend whom you feel very connected to, you know. It really depends. But that particular person is going to warn you about something. That particular person is going to warn you about something that you know, like about some kind of investment, something that you're trying to invest in, that you just need to wait like a little bit longer. And I don't know why you're not going to agree with this, but you really need to like kind of take this person very, very seriously, because this person is saying the right thing. Because within the next like about few weeks after that moment in time, there is a very unusual news you're going to have when it comes to maybe something that you wanted to invest it in, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, that this person was absolutely right. So do not make some kind of a bad investment, you know, because this person who's going to try to point this out at you is going to be absolutely spot on, like there is no tomorrow whatsoever. The next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 23rd of August. On the 23rd of August, you really need to be careful, because you're going to realize that there is something maybe like nutrition wise, or something that you need to change about yourself. Maybe you're addicted to something. Don't get me wrong, please. Maybe you're addicted to something. Maybe you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or maybe you're doing too much of something, or maybe you're eating or taking something that you shouldn't be eating or taking, you know. And I think that that's going to be absolutely obvious on this particular day, my gorgeous Leonie. So this is something that you really need to do something about it, like almost immediately. There are certain lifestyle changes that you are gonna need to start to think about, you know. This in itself is also very, very important, because you are going to start a process of healing. And also on another hand, when it comes to this particular day, it's going to be a very powerful connection in between the mind, body and spirit. So you will be getting all sorts of like maybe signs and indications on this day as well, like kind of like, oh, maybe your leg is going to be hurting, so you will know that you need to do something about your leg. Maybe your stomach is going to be uncomfortable, then you need to kind of change your diet. You know what I mean? Maybe your head is going to be hurting, and sometimes when our head is hurting, to drink lots of water can, for example, help quite a lot. Or maybe your head is hurting because you are having this particular pressure because you had too much coffee, for example. So maybe this is your sign to cut down coffee. So just pay attention to what your body is going to try to make you aware of, and let you know, my gorgeous Leonie, on this particular day indeed. The next date, let me just check in, it's just a second. That was okay. Okay. Uh, uh, Mm. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's gonna be on the 25th of August. Now, the 25th of August, it's like ridiculously important, because you are going to have an amazing idea. On the 25th of August, you are going to have an amazing, amazing idea. And I hope you take this idea very, very seriously. There is a reason why you're going to feel so good. There is a reason why you're going to feel so passionate. There is a reason why you're going to feel so excited when it comes to this idea. These are your signs that you need to take this on. But of course, immediately, as soon as you become aware of this idea, you will will know that this is going to be ridiculously challenging. Well, let me tell you this. Let me answer this for you, that this challenge is going to be ridiculously successful. This challenge is going to be successful. So this idea is something you really need to take on, because this is going to grow into something absolutely enormous, my gorgeous Leone, like very, very quickly, very, very soon. In fact, already by the time you get to the 26th of August, by the time you get to the 26th of August, my gorgeous Leone, you are going to already like do something when it comes to that idea. There is something that you're going to do, and it's connected to this idea. What are you going to do? It's going to bring that particular idea to life instantly. What are you going to do when it comes to this idea? You're going to make some kind of a step. You're going to do something, and instantly something very, very unexpected, it's going to happen. Something really unexpected, but it's going to be really good. And this is the time when you're going to realize just one day later how quickly this idea is going to come to life. Oh my God. You're going to be thinking like, why didn't I have this idea before? You know, this is why. This is all going to be so crazy. Okay. The next important date, my gorgeous Leone, it's going to be on the 28th of August. On the 28th of August, this is like, wow, such a spiritual day, such a beautiful day. When it comes to the 28th of August, my gorgeous Leone, there is some kind of like a vision you are going to have. There is some kind of a vision you are going to have, my gorgeous Leone, when it comes to the 28th of August. And this in itself, it's going to happen at the time when you are doing something spiritual, or you're focusing on something spiritual. With another words, you will be like kind of relaxed. Even maybe you will be maybe even like kind of lighting a candle, or maybe you will be like playing with your crystals, or maybe you're going to be reading about something spiritual. There are so many branches that this, you know, the actual spirituality can actually come through in so many different ways. When I talk about you will be doing something spiritual, you could be reading something, you could be like enjoying yourself in a spiritual way, you know, anything that can take your mind away from everyday life, for example, but everyday problems, and you are able to relax. It's about reaching this certain state of mind, my gorgeous Leone, where you become so spiritual. Because when we are thinking about our problems on daily basis, this in itself is like kind of preventing us to kind of focus sometimes fully on things we should be focusing on. So it's about being free spiritually and absorbing things in that normally you do not absorb, for example, you know, because there are other things going on in life. So maybe you're going to be even meditating, but then suddenly it's about this realization that you are going to have on this particular day. There is something major that is going to come to you. Oh my God. And you will realize how much you want to learn something, how much you want to learn something. There is something that you feel so passionate about, but there is big element to this, like, oh, I need to kind of start the process of learning or something like that. So this in itself, it's going to be such an important day. Or even some kind of collaboration. Even you're going to realize that there is some kind of collaboration that you want or a need to have, or you will want to kind of learn something. You will realize what you want to learn, you know, and that in itself is going to come like an insight, you know, at the time when you are doing something spiritual. And the 30th of August, it's going to be like a big mama, my gorgeous Leone. My God, I can see you being very, very happy. I can see you having an amazing news, a brilliant news. My God, this news is going to mean to you so much. It's like some kind of official news, like really proper, important, official news. Like this is going to be, oh my God, something that you have been waiting for a while, and something that has been making you worried for a while. As I said, something is really gonna like kind of work in your favor. or this is to do with some kind of a legal case, or that is going to work in your favor literally, or it's something really, really official, like proper official stuff, something is going to work in your favor, or you're waiting for some kind of really important decision to be made, like a really important decision, and hey, it's going to work in your favor, because I see it as a one big massive giant victory. You are going to feel really, really happy, and you are, for the first time after a while, going to be able to relax, my gorgeous Leone. So this means that this has been making you feel a really, really kind of upset for a while, and this is gonna be brilliant. This is gonna be brilliant. You are gonna be so happy. This is gonna be like a huge victory and a huge achievement for you. And there is also someone amazing who is going to give you an incredible advice. An incredible advice. Okay, when you hear this, there is some really amazing person later on who is going to give you an incredible advice, and this incredible advice, it's really kind of going to help you out so much when it comes to you now, my God, being so indecisive, like on which next step you're going to take. This advice, it's very important for you to take this very seriously and follow. But I don't need to tell you this, because you are, thank God, going to realize what an important this advice is. Perhaps it's from somebody who is giving you like a really amazing advice every now and then, because I do see somebody who is connected to this, who is rather consistent in general in your life. Like, oh my God. So my gorgeous Leone, you do have so much to look forward to. So now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. For those of you in relationship, I do have a really good news, because at around the 16th of August, my gorgeous Leone, you will realize, you and your partner, that your patience is finally about to pay off. Hallelujah. Okay, your patience is about to pay off, and you're also going to realize that you need to put more towards some kind of a plan that you are both still working on. There is something really important you're trying to achieve all this time, this certain destination you're trying to get. So this is not only going to be a really brilliant news when it comes to your patience slowly but surely paying off, fantastic news for both of you. But now you just need to come up with a plan how you're going to do this, because big things are going to start to happen for both of you after this moment in time. And never mind the fact that few days after that moment in time, my gorgeous Leone, there is a very important message you are both going to have. This message is going to really kind of speed things up for you, because you will realize that you need, and it's to do with all this, you're going to realize, both of you, that it's time to act now, like really quickly. The sooner you make this other step, when it comes to this, the better are things going to be for you. And please ignore any distractions. Please ignore any distractions. If you do feel like you are not able to do this, like you've got distractions, no, baby, no, you're going to slow yourself down, both of you. Just ignore distractions and do what you want to do. You need to act now. And I told you this before, by acting now, you're going to be in the flow. By acting now, you're both going to be unrestricted, no matter how this seems, for both of you. So that's something you need to remember. Okay. And when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, for example, my gorgeous Leone, that there is somebody very, very beautiful who is going to enter your path this month. Not one, but two. My gorgeous Leone, what are you doing? Are you being really naughty? No, I'm joking. I'm only joking. There are two really amazing people that are gonna come up for those of you, my gorgeous Leone, who are single and ready to mingle. There are two amazing people that are going to come up this month and that are gonna, really come into your life. And seriously, it's really going to be entirely down to you. Both of them are amazing. Both of them are, both of them have really incredible energy. One of them is like more keeping things to themselves. One of these people is more keeping things to themselves, don't like to talk about things too much, keeping certain things to themselves. One of them is like kind of mysterious but very interesting, somebody who doesn't talk much, like me. No, I'm joking. Somebody who doesn't talk much, like me. Yeah, right. Joke. Yeah, but somebody who doesn't really talk much here, somebody who keep like a lot of things to themselves, somebody who comes across as mysterious. That's the person number one. But also that particular person is very kind of powerful when it comes to their finances. And it's maybe slightly older, not slightly older, maybe like a bit more mature person, slightly older, or is just an energy of a mature, like a wise person. It really depends. And another person, it's going to be completely different, like a little bit younger, not like mature, young energy, somebody who's extremely passionate, and somebody who's like a very much so outgoing, and somebody who's like really busy, and somebody who is very open about themselves, very open about what they do. And that other person is also going to love animals a lot, a lot, a lot. There is going to be some kind of a really connection with animals this other person has, you know and so these both of these people are amazing. Both of these people are amazing, my gorgeous Leon. It's going to be entirely down to you whether you're going to take this seriously or not. Both of them are amazing people, so they're going to be chance of you being able to like choose in between two people who you want, who you would like to be. You don't need to rush with anything, my gorgeous Leonie. I suppose you just take your time and see which one is more suited for you. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And those of you who are single and don't want any relationship, and you're not happy to have a relationship, if you're single and you don't want to have a relationship, you're going to realize that now it's time to really take care of yourself. And I love to see you like this. I love to see you like this. You're going to realize it's time to take care of yourself. It's time to slow down a little bit. It's time to reward yourself as much as you can. Maybe have a little break. Maybe reward yourself somehow. I think it's really, really important, because you're going to find yourself being so spiritual. And also in terms of spirituality, for those of you who are single and not ready to have someone, you will be focusing on your spirituality quite a lot, because there is something that is going to get your attention for the first time in your life, and it's to do with spirituality, something that you've never noticed before. And this is important for you to dive in. It's important for you to dive in, because there is something really significant you are going to discover about yourself as well. And this is as imminent as anything. Sorry. When it comes to, us making the most out of this life, making the most out of this spiritual journey indeed. So now, just quickly, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the months. Let's see what is going to be a tarot card of the month. Yeah, let's take these ones. I'm surrounded by the tarot cards. Tarot cards. Listen, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the month. And of course, when I did this, I saw the Justice. I saw the Justice. Of course, I did see the Justice. The Justice is going to play a huge role when it comes to the month of August for you, indeed. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the month. Let's see what your tarotina cardina of monthina is going to be. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. You are healing, you're elevating, you really are going on to the next level of your journey. There is no doubt about it. This is why things are going to feel different for you, my gorgeous Leonie, from the very 1st of August 2024. It's because you're healing, and now you're going on the next level of your spiritual journey. It is also very, very important for you to understand that there is a one specific person who is going to need your help. There is somebody who is going to need your help. But this person at the moment is getting on your nerves a little bit. But you really need to get over this. It's important for you to understand. You are going to become aware of the one specific person who is going to need your help. But for some reason, you're going to feel like, oh, well, I helped him or her so many times, or there was something kind of negative that happened in between you two. This is going to be one of the greatest tests you've ever had in your entire life, because somebody who was getting on your nerves so much, or somebody who has done something negative to you, it's going to need your help. This is going to be one of the biggest tests of your life, because you're going to feel like a little bit angry, but you need to ignore this, because the moment in time you help this person, and you are going to, the moment in time you help this person, that very moment in time, I'm not being funny, you're already going to have a huge reward, because there is something that you're going to need to do. And once you do, like what you need to do, there is some kind of revelation you are going to have. This person is really going to surprise you. This person is going to give you crucial information at this stage of your life when it comes to one of your problems. And you're going to be like, how did you know this? How do you know this? And this in itself is probably going to be one of the biggest surprises ever. But it's a lot down to your karma. You also need to understand there is a different element to this. It's about you helping someone who you maybe necessarily you don't want to help to. But at the same time, as soon as you do this, this is going to play a huge role when it comes to you moving on with your life. But it doesn't have to do much with your life in general whatsoever, but it's playing a really big role, a really big part in all this. And this is why this is happening. So the more you helpful you are, the quicker you're going to move on with your own life. This is something that's still kind of playing a part when it comes to holding you back with things you do. And I know, because this is going to play a huge role when it comes to your spirit evolving to the point it was never evolved before, but it is going to come with some kind of forgiveness, I'm afraid. Very, very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Once again, happy birthday. I wish you all the best, my gorgeous Leonie. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves is like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people, and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously, ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many, many, many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to peridot, I'm so excited because I love peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love Peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find peridot out there, but when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. You know, they need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly, highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, sorry, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, you know, right on top of the store are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the chevron amethyst, this is a chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, you know, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're gonna think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. You know, the certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, you know, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, you know. And also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to chevron amethyst, you know, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling. God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, you know, as soon as you wear chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, you know, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, you know, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, you know, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, you know, in this life. And you know, and if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, chevron little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello my darling, where are you, where are you? Now it's like chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay, I'm so excited when it comes to this, my gorgeous people, because this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store, to be quite honest with you. This is a blue topaz bracelet, sterling silver bracelet, and it's not only like a genuine blue topaz, but this is also handmade. This absolutely gorgeous handmade bracelet. It's 10 millimeters wide, so that's quite wide if you know what I mean. And it's also 7.5 inches long, which is a standard bracelet size. What I find it absolutely stunning. Look at this. I find it absolutely stunning because the way this bracelet is made, the way it's designed, it's absolutely gorgeous. And also it's a genuine topaz, you know, and the blue topaz, it helps you to cultivate intuition. It helps with mental sharpness, for communication skills, and for self-assurance as well. So when it comes to confidence, this little bracelet, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, I'm not being funny, but as I said, this bracelet is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store. And the fact that it's got a blue topaz and blue topaz crystal is just so powerful, especially when it comes to, you know, boosting our energy in general, when it comes to our communication skills, when it comes to our intuition. I mean, all these things are always leading us towards us coming out of our comfort zone. So when we wear this, we also at the same time we come out out of our comfort zone, which is ever so important when it comes to us having a progress in life. Honestly, my gorgeous people, I don't know if you can see how beautiful this actually is. Blue topaz. And let me tell you, on top of all that, blue topaz, it's quite rare. And I'm talking about a genuine blue topaz here, like a high quality blue topaz. This in itself, it's actually a very, very rare crystal. And it's not only extremely powerful, it's not only extremely beautiful, but it's also quite rare as well. Absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful this is. My gorgeous people, I'm so excited about this bracelet, to be quite honest with you. And if you buy this, you will see exactly what I was talking about, how beautiful this gorgeous bracelet is. And when things are made handmade, they have a completely different energy. It's a completely different energy. It feels different. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose you can only know how it feels once you buy it. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's the type of bracelet that everybody's going to notice. It's just so striking, so gorgeous to look at. But then on another hand, it is ever so powerful because it kind of, brings like tremendous impact into our lives just by wearing it. I mean, anything that increases our confidence, anything that's so positive and beneficial for our mental sharpness, anything that helps, with our communication skills, and anything that helps with our self-assurance in general, we cannot possibly go wrong with, can we? Absolutely brilliant. There you go. Look at it again. It's stunning. So, my gorgeous people, if you would like to be the owner of this gorgeous bracelet, again, I haven't got that many of them in stock because they are handmade. You see what I mean? So, once they go, I suppose they will go. But at the same time, if you would like to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, then you will see that the link is going to be in the description below. Okay, the link is going to be in the description below this video. I also put the link in the card somewhere above me. They're going to be the link for it as well. But I'm also going to place the links on top of the comments. I will pin, this bracelet on top of the comments, and you will see where you can actually buy this. Or on another hand, you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. You will see somewhere on the top this bracelet is going to be, because it's a brand new item in my store. But I really have to say, it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And if you buy it, you will see exactly where was I coming from. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see the details. The detail, is it focusing or not, the camera? Absolutely stunning. Okay.